good night.
All right. All right, everybody, listen. I know you're thinking, El's pissed. El's acting out of character. He's a little bit mad. Well, I am mad. I know too many people that die from lack of health care, and Congress ain't giving a rat's claw. I almost said something that I didn't want to say, but I didn't say it. But Congress don't care. You're dying out there. So let's do something. We don't have to cuss and get mad and swear. Let's do something. www.senate.gov. www.house.gov. Get it done now. And remember, even Congress, I'm mad at you right now. Legally and peacefully, we're not pleased with you because you haven't done the job. But even you matter. Not necessarily to me because I'm not pleased with you right now. But you do matter because guess what, everybody? Humanity really does matter. But Congress, the time to act for justice, fairness, and what is right is now. Not when you feel like it. The time to act for justice, fairness, and what is right is now. And we must not ever retreat in these duties. And boxers out there, I know I can't really box. Why don't you train me? Because we got ourselves a fight. A legal and peaceful fight, but we got ourselves a fight for health care. So come on, boxers. ACTORCASOMEDIA.com. I said after AJ at TorcasoMedia.com. Though in the meantime, it's getting dark. Well, it's already dark. And I'm hungry. Hungry for some action from Congress so I can get me some health care. But I'm also hungry for some nourishment. So I'm going to shut off my video and I'm going to go eat something. Because even though I don't have any health care, a man's got to eat. And we can all see that I've been eating. So until then, www.senate.gov, www.house.gov, www.thepetitionsite.com, and I'm out of here. With regards to the health care, and I had some backup this time. I had done boxing before like this, and I can't box, so all you boxers out there, help me out here. But I had my backup. So we're going to try to look at a couple of minutes of that tonight. But if we don't, that entire tape will be on the exclusive humanitymatters.org version, which, by the way, if you go to humanitymatters.org and it's real slow because there's so much content, everything that I put on my site, I also duplicate it and put it in 9 to 10 minute clips. And what I do is I put that on YouTube and I have it on dailymotion.com, MySpace, Facebook, links on Twitter. So basically whatever you see here, it's all over the internet, my friends and family. So we're going all over the freaking place here. Now, having said that, now everybody else in this audience gets a rest because they don't want to get into the hot politics business. But I have like 15 minutes, so it's time to get a little bit rough. Oh man, did I just say Congress? Why don't we just get rid of Gris and just call them a bunch of cons? No offense, but that's how they act sometimes. I've been a big proponent of this healthcare bill with a public option. Many that in fact we will increase the deficit. But Annette is now going to, on live TV, grab the Congressional Budget Office report. The only thing I need you to read is, will it increase the deficit or will it lower the deficit? That is the $60 trillion question. If you can't find it, I'll give you the answer. I kind of know the answer.
This new CBO estimate, which aides caution is not final, is significantly less than the $1.1 trillion price tag of the original House bill that passed out of 3 committees this summer. More importantly, it comes under the $900 billion cap set by President Obama in his joint address to Congress last month. CBO analyzed what House Speaker Nancy Pelosi calls a more robust public option, one that ties reimbursement rates for doctors to current Medicare rates plus a 5% increase. At a meeting with House Democrats on Tuesday.
You don't need to read all that. Basically, the part that I wanted her to read and the part that's in there is, this came from, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but I have to kind of move it along for this version. We might do it on the live version, but I mean, not the live version, but the internet only exclusive. But basically, what the Congressional Budget Office has found, and if you heard it in the beginning, actually, we've been hearing from, and I'm not being partisan, I'm being an American, and I'm going to tell the truth. The truth is, we've been hearing stuff from the Republican Party and actually the Blue Dog Democrats. Well, both sides are a bunch of yahoos at times, not the search engine. But we've been hearing from a lot of senators and representatives it's going to cost too much. The Congressional Budget Office is nonpartisan and it is independent. They have concluded, we get this health care bill with a public option, it will lower the deficit over the next 10 years. So for those of you who didn't want to support it for purely financial reasons, and because you thought it was going to make ourselves go in more debt, you're wrong. It will actually lower our debt. And Washington might want to work on that since they've been raising our debt lately and giving out trillion-dollar surpluses and trillion-dollar bailouts to the banks and Yahas and all that stuff. So bottom line, we get this bill passed by the House of Representatives and the United States Senate. We lower our debt over the next 10 years. Now, you already know that, possibly, if you've been tuning in. But I'm going to give you something. And I know we have another call. We're going to try to get to that. We may kill off the tape roll because we got some work to do here. But there's something I got to get in, even if it takes the last 5 minutes. We talk about this health care bill as if it's a health care bill only. But you see, my friends, it's not. For the first time in the history of this country, if we get this health care bill, it will make the following words have a better chance of becoming a reality. The following words spoken by a Republican president. The following words by the great Abraham Lincoln. During the Civil War years, of course, that's the only time he was around, but during the Civil War, he said that this nation needed to be a nation where all Americans have a fair chance in the race of life. Note, a fair chance in the race of life. So, since even before 1776, every American did not have and never had a fair chance in the race of life. But there's a specific segment of society, the disabled Americans. The disabled Americans, in fact, I'd say even more of a minority. Not only are they disabled, but they are disabled to the point where they cannot work due to physical or mental or psychological ailments. So these Americans are on disability, SSDI, what have you. Well, these Americans that cannot work, there are millions that can work, but do not work and stay home and collect a paycheck, and been used by those who want to call them freeloaders for many years. But here's the reality check. This is the honesty about it. We get this health care bill. Millions of Americans who have been sitting home collecting a paycheck, who wanted to work, will now be able to go out and work. Why are they still sitting at home? Because there are millions of Americans today who have disabilities, who get this money, who have to get that money in poverty and are the most impoverished among the most impoverished Americans throughout this nation. But they are forced to stay in poverty and live in poverty and collect this paycheck, not because they can't work necessarily, not because they don't want to work, but because they have pre-existing conditions. They may have mental illness. They may have cancer, or they may have recovered from cancer. They may have heart disease, you name it. And right now, the insurance companies have what they call pre-existing conditions. So if they leave the state or federal provided Medicare that they get, like Gateway Health Plan, UPMC for you, what have